The Ancestral Prescription, finding tomorrow's cures in yesterday's wisdom. Look at this. It's just a leaf, a root, or perhaps some bark. But for thousands of years, civilizations around the world believed the cure for their worst ailments was hidden right inside. We treat our medicine cabinet like a modern miracle, but what if the most powerful prescription was actually written long, long ago? The question that keeps ethnobotanists awake at night is this: could the cure for tomorrow's superbug, or even the next global pandemic, be found in yesterday's forgotten wisdom? Ethnobotany is equal to culture plus plants. This journey is about ethnobotany, the scientific study of how human cultures use plants. Historically, it was medicine. Every indigenous community, every ancient society, compiled an incredible natural pharmacy through centuries of trial and error. But we are not talking folklore. We are talking about science. Awaiting these age-old practices is a modern scientific validation, and the discoveries are changing medicine forever. Stay tuned, because the secret to fighting antibiotic resistance might just be growing in your backyard or in a remote rainforest. Unlocking nature's chemical code transition. From ancient concoctions boiled over an open fire, to the sterile environment of a modern lab. How do scientists turn a village elder's tea recipe into a pharmaceutical drug? We are sifting through a botanical library with millions of volumes. First, we use plant extraction. Scientists grind up the plant material and soak it in different solvents: water, alcohol, hexane, to pull out the various chemical components. Then comes the preliminary screening. We take those extracts and expose them to disease models, like cancer cells or harmful bacteria, to see if they do anything at all. Think about aspirin. The active ingredient, salicylic acid, came from the bark of the willow tree. For centuries, people chewed that bark for pain relief. Modern science simply isolated, synthesized, and perfected it. Mass spectrometry, MS, and nuclear magnetic resonance, NMR. Now, for the real chemical detective work. To identify the exact molecule responsible for the healing effect, we use cutting-edge analytical techniques like mass spectrometry and nuclear magnetic resonance, or NMR. These machines are the eyes that let us see the precise atomic structure of the novel bioactive molecules. It's here, in this intersection of traditional knowledge and high-tech chemistry, that the next life-saving drug is born. The modern medicinal frontier. We've found a promising compound. Now what? The journey from a leaf in the jungle to a pill in your hand is the long, rigorous process of the drug development pipeline. The payoff is huge. Look at two incredible examples: artemisinin, derived from the sweet wormwood plant, revolutionized the treatment of malaria, saving millions of lives. And Taxol, isolated from the bark of the Pacific yew tree, is a critical chemotherapy drug fighting various cancers. Right now, ethnobotany is more vital than ever, particularly in the face of antibiotic resistance. Traditional healers weren't fighting penicillin-resistant bacteria, but their plant remedies have been locked in an evolutionary arms race with pathogens for millennia. Scientists are now testing plant-derived compounds for completely new mechanisms of action. a crucial step in beating the next superbug. The medicinal frontier is no longer just in a synthetic lab, it's back in the rainforest, the desert, and the mountain slopes. But with this great discovery comes great responsibility. If we rely on nature's pharmacy, we must protect it. The biggest threat to finding new medicines isn't a lack of science, it's the destruction of biodiversity. Every time an acre of rainforest is cleared, we risk losing a plant species that could hold the key to an Alzheimer's treatment. This is where sustainable harvesting practices become critical. We can't strip an ecosystem bare for a drug. Just as important is the ethical question of traditional knowledge. If an indigenous community spent generations identifying a plant's healing properties, should a pharmaceutical company profit without sharing the benefits? The answer, unequivocally, is no. We must establish robust frameworks for intellectual property and benefit sharing to ensure the communities who preserved this ancestral prescription are justly compensated. Bridging worlds, the future of medicine. Imagine personalized medicine where your treatment plan includes plant-based therapies validated by clinical trials and tailored to your specific genetic makeup. Now, add artificial intelligence into the mix. AI can crunch data from centuries of ethnobotanical texts and traditional uses, cross-referencing it with modern genomic data to accelerate the discovery of new compounds exponentially. The ancestral prescription is still being written. We encourage your curiosity about natural remedies, but with a critical caveat: always emphasize the importance of scientific validation and consult with a professional healthcare provider. Don't swap your prescription for backyard. Scientific validation is the key. The most exciting cures of the 21st century may not come from a machine, but from a mindful walk in the forest, guided by the forgotten wisdom of our ancestors. What is a traditional remedy from your culture or family that you think deserves a closer scientific look? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more journeys into the intersection of history and science.